In this video, I'm going to show you what the latest and greatest information is on the salaries for Microsoft certified professionals. This is as of June 2023. I get asked all the time, what exactly should I do if I want to make a certain amount of money? Which position should I go after? What certifications should I take? People a lot of times don't have any idea what exams they should go after or exams should they pass in order to get a certain type of position at a company. So we're going to take a look at that right now and look at the latest and greatest information again as of June 2023. First off, if you haven't already subscribed, I hope you'll like and subscribe this video. I'm really trying hard to grow my YouTube channel for everybody so I can keep bringing you free content like this, free information, and I hope you'll do that and check out some of my other videos. So please like and subscribe. If you would do that, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so let's get started. $50,000 to $70,000 range. This is the first range I want to talk about. You can see the different positions that are available. Support technician of IT, information technology support specialist, information technology specialist, network administrator, systems administrator. These are actual positions that companies will ask for individuals to put in their resumes for. All right. And so these are going to be things like starting at the ground level of dealing with some of the more basic individual things, help desk, fundamentals, networking. This is, again, sort of the lower end. You could see right here the low end versus the high end versus the average that people make after they've been in the job for a little while. All right. So I want to talk about where is the starting point for this? Which certification should I take? And also I want to tell you that as I go through these certifications, if you visit examlabpractice.com/courses, you can see where you can click and actually get individual courses that will help you gain these certifications. So the first certification is, if you're looking to get into support technician and all of that, we have the AZ 900 exam, and that is the Azure. That's going to get into Azure fundamentals, all right? So the fundamental principles of Azure, what I need to learn in order to get into the Azure world and start focusing on Azure and what the fundamental principles are. Now, the other would be the MS 900, which is the Microsoft 365 fundamentals. All right. If you didn't know, there's two facets of the Microsoft Cloud Services. You've got the Azure side, and then you've got the Microsoft 365 side. Now, Microsoft 365 and Azure are both connected. Not going to dive deep into that right now, but they are both connected. If you want to learn more, look at my fundamental videos, and it'll explain all of that to you. But you have Azure fundamentals. You have the Microsoft 365 fundamentals. All right. There's also the SC900, and that gets into the Microsoft security fundamentals. All right. And so these are a great place for you to get started, to start getting your feet wet with the Microsoft cloud environment, Microsoft services, and all that. So I would highly recommend, that's kind of the starting point. I do offer training for all of that. You can check those out if you want. The great thing about these exams too, you pass this exam, you get a certification. You pass this exam, you get a certification. You pass this exam, you get a certification. All right. And so these are the latest and greatest numbers for these types of positions. Now, the AZ900, MS900, I'd say great for the support technician, information technology, IT support specialist, IT specialist. Now, for network administrators, you start getting in network administrator and systems administrator. That's where you'll get into the AZ104. This gets into the Azure admin associate. That's a mid-level range cert. And then my other recommendation would be the AZ 700, which is the Azure network admin cert. All right. So as you start wanting to get more into the network admin stuff and the systems admin involving networking, these would be the certifications that I would recommend. So these are all foundation level certs, and then this gets into the mid-level range certs, and you can again make even more money as you get into those mid-level certs. All right, let's take a look at the next salary range now. Now, as you start getting in here, you'll notice you've got the systems administrator, system analyst, system administrator for Windows Server, systems engineer, IT consultant, team leader, IT manager. So you're starting to move up here on salary range and the types of positions needed. So let's talk about which certifications I would recommend that you get there. All right, so for systems administrator, talking about the Azure side, definitely the AZ-104, okay? Again, that's the Azure Admin Associate. That's a mid-level or what we call an intermediate level type of certification that is a good one to jump into there. Another one is the AZ-140, all right? That gets into Azure Virtual Desktop, all right? That's a mid-level certification that our intermediate level certification brings in good money. It's a very sought after because you start learning about dealing with Azure Virtual Desktop environments, Windows 365 type services where you're dealing with lots and lots of the client side out there in the Azure. So you're allowing devices to be hosted in the cloud. You're allowing users to connect into those and use those as client machines. So that's a good one. All right. Another one would be the AZ-500. That gets into the Azure Security Administrator. Another intermediate level certification. Pass that exam, get the certification. All right. AZ-700. That's the Azure Networking Admin certification. Another intermediate. That would add to these. Okay. Definitely bringing up the ladder. Now, for the Systems Administrator Windows Server, you definitely going to want to have AZ-800 and AZ-801. That, maybe you heard of the MCSA, MCSE back in the day. That was the big certification everybody had. This is sort of the equivalent of that. It's 2 exams that basically gives you the Windows Server and Azure administrator. Okay, that's basically what that's going to do. It's a Windows Server, so it gets into on-premise server management with integrating that stuff with cloud services. 2 exams gives you that 1 certification. All right, so definitely a good one to pursue. Now on the Microsoft 365 end too, we've got the MD-102 exam. The MD-102 exam is going to give you the ability to handle the Microsoft client desktop environment. So this is a modern desktop admin cert. This gets into being able to deploy out client machines onto your on-premise environment using things like Intune. That's a big part of that. That's a great cert to have. Highly recommend that. All right. And then the next level up above that, and I would say this is probably on the upper end, would be to get the MS-102. And that gets into the Microsoft 365 expert level. And this would be sort of getting down here towards the IT manager, the higher ranges of salary. All right. Team leader, higher ranges of salary, also consultant. Now I can tell you as a consultant myself, you can make a lot more money than just what this average is here if you get lots of these certs and play your cards right. All right. But these would be the certifications that would give you this. If I had to pick and I said, hey, I want to say that, maybe there are, if I had to pick 2, I would say AZ-104 and MD-102 are 2 very sought after ones. And then if I had to pick a third one, I would say go after this one. But then the other thing I'll tell you is security. Security is something that is not going away. Lots and lots of people are getting into the security world now. And so I want to point out you have the AZ-500 certification, which is going to get you in the Azure security side. Now, for the Microsoft 365 security side, you've got the SC300. Okay, so this is Microsoft 365 security certification. That's a sort of a base security. And then finally the SC400, and that gets into the information security side of that. So these are, very sought after, good certifications to get. So this is on the Azure side for security, and then this is going to be on the Microsoft 365 side of security. All right, those would be the ones I would recommend there. All right, and that's definitely going to be geared towards your $70,000 to $89,000, possibly even more than that if you really work hard to get these certifications and gain gain the information you need in order to achieve that. So let's move on to the final range of salaries here. All right, so you get into the $90,000 to $150,000 dollar salary range. Of course, this is $150,000 plus, and I can tell you from experience, you can make more than $150,000 as you get into this. All right, but basically, senior systems administrator, senior systems engineer, IT director, solutions architect, CIO. Now, some of these you may think, I'll never achieve, IT director. You can for smaller, medium companies without having a college degree. A lot of people think, I got to have a college degree or something to get to the CIO level, the IT director level. Absolutely not. You can achieve these at some of the smaller, medium. Now, there are companies out there, larger companies especially, that won't interview you for these higher level positions. But the goal is you work your way to this level, to these levels here. All right. So what are we talking about as far as the certifications that you would want in order to get to these? Well, I definitely would say, you've got the AZ 104. That's an intermediate level cert you're going to want to have on the Azure side. Now, once you've done that, the next would be the AZ 305. Okay, so that gets into the so this is the Azure Admin Associate Cert. This right here gets into the Azure expert level. This is a Azure Solutions Architect level, expert level. You definitely want to get through the AZ 104, take that, then go after the 305. That's going to be your expert level cert. That's going to, get you to that high level. All right. Then I would still, again, recommend the AZ 700. That's the networking admin cert. I would recommend the AZ 500. That's the Azure Security Admin Cert. So highly recommend those to have in your resume. You're going to want to have those. And then also AZ 800 if you're doing anything involving servers, on-premise servers, the AZ 800 and the AZ 801. And then also from the Microsoft 365 end, MD 102, that's the intermediate level, but then you want to move into the expert, which is going to be the MS 102. All right. So MD 102, this is your modern admin, modern desktop admin, dealing with deploying infrastructure, Intune, all that. And then this gets into the Microsoft 365 expert level. All right. And so this is your upper end level. So you need to have done that one, and then you can take that one right there, MS 102, and get the expert level. Definitely a recommended solution path there, I would say. Another thing, of course, is from the security standpoint, these get into the security, wanting to know security. There's always going to be a need for people that know security. Well, that goes back to the SC 300, okay, which is going to be your Microsoft 365 security certification. SC 400 is, SC 400 is another security cert, okay. But again, that gets into the information security. So that gets into, again, confidentiality, sensitivity labels, and dealing with data loss prevention and things like that. So that's a Microsoft 365 information security certification to, sort of complement. Those would be the two I would recommend there as you start getting into these levels here. Okay, so definitely something you should consider doing. If you want to achieve these higher levels, get that hands-on experience. All of my courses at examlabpractice.com/courses. If you go there, I provide coupon codes a lot of times. The cheapest way you can get access to my courses is to go here. If you do that, you can see the latest and greatest. If there's a coupon code and all of that available to you, you'll see those coupon codes there. So you'd want to check that out. All right. And, get access to any one of these courses. And of course, I'm always there to try to answer questions and help you any way I can. All right. Well, this has been the latest and greatest salary range information as of June 2023. I will periodically be trying to update this so that everybody can get the latest and greatest salary information, as well as know which certifications and exams would be recommended in order to achieve your salary goals. Again, I'd appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. I'm really trying hard to grow my YouTube channel, and check out my other videos and check out all my courses at examlabpractice.com/courses.